Hey, yes, welcome to the channel. We react a little differently around here. Different films, different format. Hope you like it. Today's movie is Deathtrap from 1982, directed by Sidney Lumet, and starring Michael Caine, Christopher Reeve, and Dyan. So, let's put our feet up and watch Deathtrap.
Cooperative as ever, Abigail.
It's the worst play I've ever seen.
I can't believe Sidney won't.
I guess they don't like it.
Who?
You want to know who? I'll tell you who.
That's a very tepid response.
My lawyer, my accountant, my proctologist, even my goddamn wife. As she told me, she said, you produced another crock by that putt Sidney. You deserve to go broke. Even my goddamn wife.
She should know, Seymour. It's her money.
Putts.
Every time I come in this bloody house!
Holy shit, she is just jumpy as fuck.
I have just been to the worst opening night of my bloody life, and that is no small boast. I was called a putz by Seymour Starger, and I had to come back home on a bloody train.
Why don't you take a limousine?
Because I can no longer afford a bloody limousine.
I can, and everything I have is yours, you know.
Don't you understand? I want to pay for my own bloody limousines. Myra, I have had 4 bums in a row. This came to the theatre tonight. Tonight!
What, darling, what?
This is what. A thriller in 2 acts, 1 set, 5 characters. A juicy murder in Act 1, terror in Act 2. An ironic and astonishing resolution, good dialogue, laughs in all the right places, very, very commercial and easy to cast.
Darling, what's funny?
What's funny? I'll tell you what's bloody funny. It was written by some ignorant infant asshole in the seminar I gave last year at college.
How does Mr. Anderson's play read when you're sober?
It's worse than I thought. It's flawless.
So maybe you should do something about it.
What I should do is beat the fat bastard over the head with that mace over there, bury him in a hole big enough to accommodate his bloat, and then send his little masterpiece off under my own name.
Why don't you produce the play? I mean, you've been involved in production for over 20 years. You certainly know as much about it as someone like Seymour Starger.
Darling, though I might be capable of killing Clifford Anderson, I am not up to the criminal behavior of a Broadway producer.
Dare say not. Well, have you thought about collaboration?
I don't want any help in killing Clifford Anderson.
Call him now. Where does he live?
Up in Quag. You don't like the mace?
No, definitely not. Blood on the carpet. And the next day, Helga Tendorf's out there picking up psychic vibrations.
Helga Tendorf from Holland? I hardly think that's likely.
Oh, I knew it. I knew you'd gone blank with boredom the other night at NAMM. Darling, they never stopped talking about her. Helga Tendorf, she's taking the Persky cottage for 6 months.
That does give one pause.
She's really fantastic. The European police believe implicitly in her, darling. That's half of why she's here. She's supposed to be resting up from pointing at murderers.
Is this Clifford Anderson? Sidney Brew? Yes, I have. And I must say, in all sincerity, this is a very promising first draft. A trifle unsteady at the odd moment, but it has all the makings. What sort of reaction have you had from other people? Oh, no one at all? Well, that's very flattering. I mean, but you must have shown it to someone. I mean, your wife, your friends, other people at the seminar. Oh, I see. It's about a woman with ESP. It's based on Helga Tendorf. You know the Dutch psychic? She's a neighbor of ours. It's called The Frowning Wife. Yes, well, that's just a working title. I love Deathtrap, incidentally. Both the title and the play. Oh, and would you bring the original copy with you? Yes. I think it's best that we have 2 copies to read from. And the carbon's a little bit hard on these weary old eyes. Yes, well, we'll make that
Oh, he's plotting.
7:29. Yes. Well, I'll see you then. This is Clifford Anderson, my wife, Myra.
Hi. Pleasure to meet you.
So nice of you to come, Mr. Anderson.
No, I am very proud to be asked. Oh, boy. Is this the mace that was used in Murderous Child?
Yes.
Gunpoint. Do you know that Gunpoint is the first play that I ever saw? I was 12 years old.
Young man, if you're trying to depress me, you're right on target.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, but really, you know, that's how I got hooked on thrillers. But she can read this one, and we can pass pages back and forth. I can move over here next to you.
You don't have another copy?
No, I just have the one. See, I thought I'd be Xeroxing the originals.
Wait a second, I want to think. Let me think for a moment.
Mr. Anderson, Sidney is simply bursting with creative ideas about your play. I've never seen him so enthusiastic. Collaborate with him. That's the suggestion I'm making, Sidney. That's what I think is the fair, the sensible, the rational thing to do. Deathtrap by Clifford Anderson and Sidney Brule.
Put aside The Drowning Wife.
I thought it was Frowning.
Frowning? What sort of title would that be? The Drowning Wife?
No, Sidney, it will keep. It will keep. Sidney, people are always interested in psychics who can point at someone and say, that man murdered that man.
Jeez, they really seem like very solid, escape-proof cuffs.
Give them a try.
Huh. Well, you mean put them on?
They cost me $13.
Sure, why not?
Wow. Let's see.
Do you have the key?
Firmly manacled?
Yeah, sure seems that way. I guess I'm just not Houdini.
It's all right. I have the key here. Somewhere. Don't fuss with them, Clifford. You'll ruin them.
I'm sorry.
Key. Where are you, little brass key?
Getting nervous, twitching.
Ye gods! I do believe that you two thought I was going to take that mace and do a Vincent Price, didn't you?
You can't write a play like that and not have a mind that envisions possibilities.
True, very true. I'm paranoid myself.
You sure this is the right key?
Ye gods, Houdini opened them in a milk can 10 feet underwater and you...
Oh! Oh, drawing blood and everything.
Right on the rug. 1 point for neatness. Myra, would you mind helping me carry the body, please? Myra, it's done. There is no point in my getting a hernia.
It's true.
Myra, come and help me carry the bloody body! Hurry up!
Oh, darling, you've had such a painful...
Touch me.
Myra, you have been through a shocking and painful experience, and you are not yourself.
No doubt.
Neither am I. Behind all the Sidney Brule dialogue, I am peeing the Sidney Brule pants. I mean, in a week or so, when we're both ourselves again, everything will look a lot cheerier.
You are yourself right now, and so am I.
Who is it?
Go ahead.
It's Lottie and Ralph come to yam about a party.
It's probably Helga Tendorp and her famous pointing finger.
It is Lottie and Ralph, damn them. I've got to let them in.
Dear neighbor, I am your neighbor from the house of Persky. Please, will you let me come in? Hello.
Hello.
I'm Helga Tendorp, Mr. Brule. It's most urgent I speak to you. I apologize for so late I'm coming, but you will forgive when I make the explaining. Or you will forgive my costume. I do running morning and night. Oh, this shines in dark. I don't get hit by traffic, yeah? There's a room with pain. Caine. Just like I see them. Pain, pain, pain.
Neither of us.
Ach, why give you such pain-covered things?
Well, they're antiques and souvenirs from my place. I'm a playwright.
Sidney Brule. Paul Wehmann tells me. Paul sells my book when finished. Mustn't be. Since 8:30, then begins the Merv Griffin show. I am on next week. You will watch.
Oh, yes, certainly. Will you make a note of that, Myra?
It's Thursday night. I call the information, but the lady will not tell me number. I say it's urgent. You must tell me number. I'm Helga Tendorp. I'm psychic. She said, guess the number. Well, I tried, but I see only the 324, which is everybody. There's danger here. Much danger to you and to you. Is death in this one? Something that invites death, that carries death. The death trap. Feels like real death.
I tried to be convincing. I act everything out as I write it.
Man? In boots? Young man? Watch out for him. Here in this room, he attacks you.
He attacks me?
Yeah, with one of those. Comes as friend to help you to... work with you. What attacks? He sits in this chair and he talks of two people. Smith and Colonna? No, one is small, black, one's over ears. No ribbon. Is in your play is such a black man, this Smith Colonna?
No, I don't know that name. Do you know that name, darling? Colonna?
Oh, tonight. Not in many years have I had such a feeling. Like I was 20 again.
Have you always had this gift? Ever since childhood?
Oh, especially in childhood. Your parents didn't wrap Christmas presents. Why wasting paper? Oh my God, be coffee.
Right. Good night.
Oh, remember Thursday night. Merv Griffin.
Sidney! 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 There's something out there.
What?
There's something out there.
Myra. Now, come on.
I heard it. Sidney, don't leave me. I don't want to do this. I'm not gonna look.
Got to look. 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 Nothing there. See? It's nothing. Let's have that drink. Do you think it's possible? Murder as an aphrodisiac.
Maybe.
Look at that.
Isn't that lonely?
Oh. Locked the door. Oh. Our condition, maybe?
It worked. of course. She's had minor heart attacks over much less.
Mm-hmm.
For future reference,
Interesting.
that styrofoam log hurts.
What if that Madame Tendorp comes back?
Mm.
I don't see why she should.
Hunky Christopher Reeve.
Stopped, isn't it?
Right.
Why are you burning it? There's nothing incriminating.
Still, I'll say I was getting rid of manuscripts as the Grim Reaper struck.
I'm going to make the call now, so you go and get your things.
Well, how long do you think you're going to be?
Well, at least 2 hours. I may have to go with her, I don't know.
Well, ciao.
Ciao. Oh, Cliff. The floorboards upstairs creak. So, do a quick wash up. Get into bed. Stay there.
I'll buy that.
Mm-hmm. I love the clickety-clack of typewriters.
That must have been quite a welfare office.
Oh, it was. You know, everybody had a really poignant story. Well, they're creating the play, really. They're just doing it for me.
This writes itself out.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing doing? Why did you have Helga Tendorp over? I don't know, maybe talking with her might spark something.
You do like to live dangerously, don't you? No way. I do not want her on the premises. Never again, thank you.
You feel up to a few papers?
Why not? I'd be glad of the break. Would you like some coffee?
Of course I would.
This is Clifford Anderson, my secretary, my friend Porter Milgrim.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do?
I would say my attorney, but he'd bill me.
Oh, I'm going to bill you anyway. It's a business call. He's looking well.
Well, just in the last few days, really. You know, it was pretty bad last week. He was crying every night. You could hear him right through the walls. He was drinking, too. But he'll be all right. You know, his work's a great solace to him.
20 do it?
Oh, should do. We just need salad things, milk, paper napkins, going to Gibson's.
You got the keys to the car?
Yeah.
I hope he's not stealing your ESP idea. Have you discussed it with him?
What in the world makes you say that?
Well, whatever he was working on, he locked it up in this drawer. Unobtrusively, but I noticed.
Casting suspicion.
No, not unobtrusively. Slyly. Then again, maybe he was afraid you'd steal his idea.
Goodbye, Porter.
I'm proud of you, Sidney.
He's got to check it himself. Different case. Nonchalant.
Cliff, can you come in here a sec?
Just so we can get a look.
What's going on? Hello?
Where the hell were you?
Well, where the hell were you?
I thought you hadn't heard me. So I ambled round through the dappled day.
It's good to sit there and read it in front of him.
Deathtrap. A thriller in 2 acts by Clifford Anderson. Characters. Julie Julian Caine, a playwright, Doris Caine, his wife, Victor Madison, Crane's protege, Inga Van Bronk, a psychic. The action takes place in Julian Crane's study in the Caine home in East Hampton, New York. Center stage, French doors, a post-colonial modification.
Wow.
Opening out to a shrubbery-flanked patio.
He's writing the truth.
It's decorated with a collection of antique weapons and shackles. A nice selection of which I'm about to use any minute, Clifford. This is not going to bring you success. This, you arsehole, is going to bring you 20 to life in maximum security.
Now, Sidney, listen. Come on. Now, hit me that night. When you're looking for the key, this can make a terrific thriller. It will make a terrific thriller.
In which someone like me and someone like you give someone like Myra a fatal heart attack.
Absolutely right. At the end of Act 1. There is no way for anybody to prove what did or did not cause Myra to have a heart attack.
A playwright, a writer of thrillers, living in Long Island.
Sidney, come on. Hey, babe, if I could change things, I would, but I can't. Now, look, it's gotta be a playwright. I mean, who else can pretend to be about to receive a finished work that can make a ton of money?
A composer, a novelist. Why am I discussing this?
Oh, check. A surefire smash hit symphony.
Why make it?
Because it's there, Sidney.
That's mountains, not plays. Plays are not there until some asshole writes them.
Oh, come on. Oh, hey, come on. It's all right. Shh, just sit down. Come on, sit down.
And what are you going to say to the man from the Times when he asks you, didn't you work for Sidney Bruhl, and didn't his wife have a heart attack at about the same time you came here?
No comment.
Well, I have a comment. No, absolutely and definitely no. Why, look, a brick fireplace. I wonder if it is practical to the extent the paper can burn in it.
Stop right where you are, fella. You burn that and I'll go right out of here and write it someplace else. Now you give it to me.
Give it to me!
Student, companion, lover, collaborator. We're gonna write Deathtrap, Sidney. You and me. I mean, it's perfect.
Oh,
Oh,
it worked.
What the hell do you care if the publicity gets a little sticky? Come on, don't be such an old Nelly.
Those little brushes with the authorities in your infancy, as 'twere, before you matured and settled down, so to speak. Did any of the courts, the social workers, the shrinks, did anybody ever use the word
psycho?
What word, love?
sociopath? If I decided to enter into such a risky and exciting collaboration, I wonder if what? I wonder if it would not be, well, just a trifle starry-eyed of me to contemplate a partnership where I could count on no sense of moral obligation whatsoever.
Oh.
Are you trying to say that you don't think that you can trust me?
It's Helga. It's only Helga, Mr. Bruhl.
Not Mr. Bro.
No, not Mr. Bruhl.
Mr. Bruhl isn't here.
It's very wet.
Oh, sorry. Why don't you come in?
You are?
I'm Clifford Anderson. I'm his secretary.
I'm Helga Tendor.
I'm psychic.
Yes, I know. In fact, Mr. Bruhl told me about you. He said you were actually able to predict his wife's death.
Yeah. Yeah, there's much pain right here. The big storm, much wind and rain, lightning and thunder. Again, trees will fall.
Are you sure?
Yeah, but a lady.
She's psychic.
I come to burn candles on an inn cottage. You have?
Well, I'm sure you must have some.
There's two
Why
on the
don't you sit
mantle.
down, ma'am?
Boots? You wear boots?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Practically everybody does these days. They're very comfortable.
You are for a long time secretary to Mr. Brule?
No. Actually, I came here about 3 weeks ago after his wife died. Excuse me. She came to borrow some candles. Do we have any?
Yes, it's some upstairs. I saw you on the Merv Griffin show. Wasn't a very good night, was it? What is it?
Listen, and I warn you, our man in boots who takes you.
Oh, yes, in the turmoil of Myra's death.
Is he? Candles are not why I come here, many candles. But again, tonight I feel danger here in this room. Is a feeling very strong. You should not have him here.
I felt uneasy about him last week, and I asked my lawyer to check on him.
Smith Corona? Is his?
Why, yes.
Corona, not Colonna. You must send away this man at once.
Well, I was going to. Well, give him his notice at least, and I shan't put it off now that you've warned me.
You want I should stay?
No, there's no need. You're going to get very wet out there, you know.
I'm not afraid of rain.
Oh, it was very nice meeting you. She told you I'm man in boots who attacks you, yeah? Yeah. Oh, well, she noticed him just before you came in.
I told her you were giving me karate lessons and we were attacking each other all over the place. The closer you stick to the truth,
the better.
The first question is, can a one-armed inspector in very good physical condition stop a two-armed, middle-aged playwright? And the answer has to be no. So let's try it. Me, Julian, you detective. Right over here.
Try it out, huh?
Don't you remember the seminar? When in doubt, physicalize. You ready? Yeah. Go!
I guess that won't work.
Now, the next bit is less strenuous and very brief.
Glad to hear it.
Come up here. Now, I'm the detective, and you're Julian.
Okay.
Now, take the axe off the wall.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, feels better this way.
Good. I'll tell you what, Cliff. Put the axe down on the floor. Stand very still, Cliff. We're going to say goodbye. I loaded them myself last night. I just can't have the play written, Cliff. And I honestly cannot think of any other way to stop you but this. I'm truly sorry, Cliff. I shall miss you. You opened up certain doors for me. And for that, I'm grateful. Goodbye, Cliff.
Bye, Sidney.
Uh-oh.
Bang, bang. Sorry if the click is so anticlimactic, Sidney, but I needed the bullets from that gun.
For this one.
For this one. You can put your gun down, Sidney. Unlock them, please. It's corny, but effective. Well, there I am with my
Theatrical.
problem. See, Sidney's not going to help me. Not voluntarily. So I go on drafting Act 1, and every time I leave the room, I put it inconspicuously in the drawer. So inconspicuously, in fact, that for a day and a half, smart old Sidney doesn't even notice. And then dull old Porter comes in and twigs right away. Oh, what a relief. So on we go with my scenario. You rifling my desk, confronting me with the evidence, etc., etc., etc.
You're a prick, you know that?
Oh, sticks and stones, Sidney. Now, here's the big surprise, Sidney. Are you ready? not going to kill you. Hey, I just want to hit play. And I'm really not the total sociopath that you'd like to think. Sidney, I'm going to pack. I'm going to call a cab, and I really hope that I can get one in the storm, because otherwise you're going to have to sit there this way all night. But if you hassle me in any way, you will be opening up a very messy can of worms. If you don't bother me between now and the opening of Deathtrap, I'll say, well, yes, I got the idea years ago. I worked for Sidney Brule for a few weeks, but I left because I was so depressed at the way he kept humping beautiful women out of grief for his wife. So long, Sidney. It's really been educational.
Come down. Those were Houdini's handcuffs.
Ready to club him with it.
Shit! 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 Matches! 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 Matches!
That's Helga.
Matches.
Huh.
Candle. You will want to kill me, yeah? First, Mrs. Brule, somehow you do that. I'm right, yeah? Then the boy.
No! You got it wrong. He killed Myra, and tonight he tried to kill me.
Then why you need born evidence? If evidence prove he did it, yeah? I don't think.
And he's got the halberd.
There goes a nice one. Get back, Helga, get back. Get back!
Inga, you're well out of this.
She has a new play. Well, that was Deathtrap. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I've known about this play. It was nominated for 4 Tonys way back in the day, including Best Play of the Year. But I've never seen it on the boards. So this was, a nice way to see it for the first time, because I'm pretty sure that they kept it rather faithful to the source material. I think the actors mostly did really good. I mean, Michael Caine and Christopher Reeve were both excellent. But then we get to the female characters, and we have the tale of the two over-the-top performances. And they're both different, because Dyan Caine is over-the-top in a not-so-good way. The character was quite irritating. I'm sure she was probably not like that on stage, because the actress playing her did get a Tony nomination. So, but then Irene Worth playing Helga was over the top in a wonderful way. I thought it was clever. I thought she was just a hoot. So yeah, good job, Irene. But overall, I was just laughing and just thrilled by the twists and the turns and everything. So that was quite fun, actually. I would definitely watch this one again, even though I know the ending. Might have to skip most of the first act, though, with Dyan Cannon. But it is pretty good. I enjoyed that. I hope you all liked it. And until the next time we put our feet up, laters.